was 17, I was just a kid from Northern Ontario, 130 pounds, doing cardio before school, eating chicken, broccoli, and rice my mom made me every day, just because I wanted abs to impress the girls. Fast forward over 21 years, and I've trained over 500 people, owned a gym for 15 years, and once ranked 9th fittest Canadian. But the biggest lesson I learned wasn't about abs or strength. It was about balance, mindset, and longevity. This is my fitness journey over 21 years. I started lifting in high school, powerlifting to be exact. I'd wake up at 6 a.m., hit 45 minutes of cardio in my dad's elliptical. It was actually called a Gazelle, something that he bought off of the shopping channel, Tony Little. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Then at lunchtime, I'd spend the entire hour strength training. Every day I'd eat the same thing, chicken, broccoli, and rice that my mom made me. I would eat it in the period after lunchtime. And as you know, chicken, broccoli, and rice, if it's plain, it fucking stinks up the whole place. I would bring it into class, open it up, and everyone would just be looking at me like, what the fuck? But I did that every single day in grade 12 when I was 17. I was so determined to get abs, to get the girls, that I would have my creatine every single day at lunch hour. I had the exact same protein powder, flavor, and brand that I still drink today, over 20 years later. Creature of habit. I was obsessed with getting abs because that's what I thought girls wanted. But that discipline lit a fire in me. I absolutely fell in love with the progress. After a year of powerlifting, I wanted to switch to bodybuilding because my main goal was to look better. Once I started bodybuilding, my goal in life was to become the best bodybuilder in the world. I've always had really extreme goals like that, and I always found that that drove me the most. I bodybuilt for 6 years straight, eat, sleep, train. Bodybuilding was the first thing on my mind at all times. Before school, relationships, jobs, bodybuilding was my obsession. After about year 5, I noticed I wasn't really getting results in the gym anymore, and I didn't want to take steroids in order to get to the next level. So it kind of got boring to me, and I wanted to find something else to pursue. If you work out properly, after about 4 to 5 years, you hit your genetic potential. And then after that, it just doesn't have the same allure to it. You don't see the gains as much, and it just kind of gets boring. So I knew I needed something different. And back then, CrossFit first started. My friend introduced it to me. I really didn't want to do it. I knew I wanted to do something, but I didn't know exactly what it was. You'd see the kipping pull-ups and all these weird movements, and it seemed like something I wanted to try, but I was a little bit hesitant. So one day I ended up working out with my buddy, and from that day on, I was absolutely obsessed with CrossFit, even more than bodybuilding. And then my goal became to be the fittest person in the world, which is another extreme goal. CrossFit reignited everything I loved about fitness. The challenge, the competition, constantly getting better at all these different skills and movements. I wanted to be the fittest man on earth, and I trained like it too. At one point, I was working out for 5 hours a day, 2.5 hour sessions per day, which is pretty insane to think about now. I opened up a gym in Northern Ontario. In over 15 years, trained over 500 people. Everyone from 12-year-olds trying to get better at sports, all the way up to your grandma, 85 years old, who just wanted to learn how to get up and down off a chair better. And I trained everyone in between. Watching others transform actually became more rewarding than even my own training. So about 4 years ago, I ranked 9th fittest in Canada, which I thought was pretty awesome, but I could just tell that I wasn't gonna get to where I wanted to go. So I eventually retired and started working out just for pleasure and not to actually become the fittest person in the world. Now at 38, my goals have completely changed. I don't train for trophies anymore. I just train to feel good, to enhance my life. I don't want to go to the gym and have no energy for the rest of the day. So now my training is just a complement to my life to stay fit and feel good. I still lift, eat relatively clean, 80-20 rule, and take the same protein and creatine I did 21 years ago. But now it's just enjoying the process and actually having fun in the gym. I've had abs for 365 days the last 18 years. I've never lost my abs. I figured out a way to make it easy to keep my abs without having to do anything crazy like tons of cardio in the gym or really strict diets. I finally found a balance that takes very little work but gets big rewards. The biggest takeaways I've learned over 20 years is building the habit of going to the gym and eating properly is far more important than crushing a workout or eating the perfect diet, because most people start here and they want to get here. And the way to get here is to slowly inch there. Most people want fast results. So what they do is they try to hold this, and maybe for 3 months they get amazing results, but it's not sustainable and they'll quit. And then when you quit, you go back to your old habits, you start from square one. It was a waste of time. Now when I train people, it's a very slow process. Maybe it's just adding a protein shake a day for a couple weeks and going for a walk. And then once they've mastered that habit, we kick it up. And then after a year, they're in that same shape that would have taken them 3 months to get with a hardcore diet and training regimen. But now after a year, it's become habit for them and it's on easy mode. If you're just starting your fitness journey, don't rush it. Play the long game. Try to make small, sustainable habits that you know are a 10 out of 10 for compliance. Ask yourself, when you change your diet and you get a new workout regimen, can I do this for the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months? If the answer is no, scale it down a bit until it's a 10 out of 10 compliance and then build from there. If you're out there chasing your goals, I've been where you are. Keep going, learn from your mistakes and build from them. It's all about loving the process and remembering why you started. I'll be sharing more of my fitness and nutrition tips in further videos, so hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and remember, being fit isn't about the way you look. It's about feeling good and making it a part of your daily habit so it becomes a lifestyle.